Bam, Chinchy. What's up, brother?
Yes,
how we doing?
Funbag Friday. Very excited today.
Got my new Larry Bird shirt on. I got this at David Ortiz's charity event.
Did you?
It came in the mail like a few months later. I was like, hey, where's my Bird jersey? So,
that looks good. We're still waiting on our Synopsis Sports Media Awards, by the way.
I know, yeah. We might want to hold our breath for that one. You know what I mean?
We got a lot going on. Summertime is hitting. A lot of schools out. Your kids out of school yet? They're done?
Yo, kids are out of school. Have you been hitting your pool a lot, bro? I mean, you spend a lot of money on that thing. You and Jess out there every day or what?
Yeah, well, guess what? Tomorrow, Big Al Chinch, Dr. Chinch, it's his 79th birthday, so we're having a party.
Let's go, Doc Chinch, baby.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah.
What, you say 79?
79 years young.
Let's go.
Yeah, we're fired up for that. After this, I got to go run out and get some stuff. Won't say it on TV. I don't want to surprise him. But we got that going on. And hey,
nice, man.
Good news all around. How about the Fightin Buccos, man? Your squad.
Dude, the Buccos, they're playing good baseball, man. They're playing good Well, living here in Pittsburgh, you kind of always, I think the fan in you dies a little bit as a player. So,
yeah.
I don't look at the Bucks the same way as I used to when I was a kid.
Yeah.
But I still root for, you root for your hometown because, people are always talking about it. But, some of the guys that they have, like, O'Neal Cruz coming up, you saw the other day, dude, 6'7" shortstop, absolute stud. Threw that ball across the diamond. Looked like a modern day Sean Dunston.
Do you remember? Wait, I was going to ask you.
97.
Sean Dunston. What was that like?
Yeah.
Do you remember watching him throw?
I played with Sean one time in '98 at camp.
Okay.
With the Indians, dude. I mean, just a cannon of an arm. Great dude, too. Just one of the best guys ever. But yeah, just a cannon of an arm. And when I saw Cruz throw that ball, I'm like, wow, just
so cool.
Dunston popped right into my head. But
so cool.
They got a lot of good players though. That Sawinski hit 3 home runs the other day with a walk-off outfielder. Michael Chavis, bro.
Yeah.
Michael Chavis was when he came up with the Red Sox, and I think Charrington was still, was his guy, who's now in Pittsburgh. Chavis was like going to be a stud, and he's had some, and kind of went away these last couple of years, but he's back, and he's had some big hits for the Pirates. Brian Reynolds, Brian Hayes, obviously he's good. They got a lot of good young players. Yeah. They got the Contreras in the Tyone trade, the starting pitcher. Quintana's been pretty decent. Bednar, Crow, their bullpen's been pretty good. So, I don't know. We don't get a chance to talk about the Pirates enough anywhere. So, they're 29-40. They're playing way better than you thought they would. But they got a lot of really good young talent.
Yeah, and it's so good for baseball when a middle market teams and they organize themselves in a certain way, because when the fan base, I hate it when the really great fan bases don't have a team to root for. You know what I mean? Because Pittsburgh, dude, everybody to a man says top 3 probably places to watch a baseball game in the country. Major, minor league, anywhere. It's beautiful. And when the fan base is out, remember that Cueto game back in the day when they played?
I was there. The blackout. Yes. Everyone's getting Trent and Cueto. Yeah. Well, here's the deal, bro, about Pittsburgh. Even on over on my wall where you got Willie Stargell, Roberto Clemente, Honus Wagner, Steve Blash. You got Bill Mazeroski, Ralph Kiner, Josh Gibson, Barry Bonds, Bobby Bonilla, Van Slyke, all these guys. Doug Drabeck won the Cy Young in 92, I think. Yeah. You go back to this, I'm not kidding you. Right now, you're like, oh, man, this is a football city. This is a hockey city. No, this has always been a baseball city, always going back to Forbes Field, all those days. It's just there hasn't been much to root for. They haven't won since the 79 We Are Family Buccos with Stargell and those guys. You know what I mean? Now it's, Grant Jackson with the, game-winning Game 7. But, they just haven't had much to cheer for. That's why that Cueto game was such a big deal, because it was the first time in 20 years, I think, that they had made the playoffs.
Right, yeah. I say it as, I know I grew up in New York, but most Americans, I would argue, are working class people, take their lunchbox to work every day, grind it out. And Pittsburgh is such a grinded out city. We've talked to some of the guys we've had on, like Leland and stuff, about it's so easy to root for cities, even above the actual team. I really want Pittsburgh to be in the playoffs again soon and root for the underdogs. We root for the underdog. We root for Rocky. We don't root for Drago.
Right. We want the underdogs to win. Exactly.
So we got that going on. And then let's go to the complete opposite end of the spectrum, because this is not an underdog. It's a man who's 6'7" and is chiseled out of stone. It's Aaron Judge. We try not to talk about the Yankees that much, but it's an inevitable. What is it? An immovable force in a whatever object. They have a chance to break the record for for regular season wins. Aaron Judge could have hit 60 homers. Last night he was getting ready for today's arbitration case where the Yankees wanted to give him 17, he wanted 21. What do? Just hit a walk-off. Just get a walk-off knock in a huge game.
Let's settle. Let's settle. If you're Cashman, let's settle this.
Yeah.
He just walked off. I mean, listen, the arbitration cases are pushed back this year because of the lockout. I'm, going to arbitration. I went to arbitration back in, 2000, and it was in February or something. So, guys don't want to go during the offseason. They really don't want to go during the season. And the season that Judge is having right now, I don't even know if that factors into the arbitration case of the past years, but I mean, there's no chance the Yankees are winning that. So that's probably the best thing they could have done was settle. Yeah. Now,
let me ask you this as a player. So you technically can sign anytime, right? He can sign right now if he wanted to. I hope, he's a great player. I don't know if you could possibly have two halves of seasons as good as this half of a season he's having is right now. So maybe his value is not any higher than it possibly could be right now. Do you talk to your agent and go, let's lock this up now. I don't even need to go to free agency. I don't have to prove anything. Or you go, no, let's sit this through because if I can hang in there, hit 60 this year.
You mean on a long-term deal, Chinch?
Yes. On a long-term deal.
I think for his, he's made the point that I don't want to negotiate during the season. I think you're going to see him stick with that. Mm-hmm. And I really believe the consistency, will he have a stretch where he doesn't do great? Yeah, there's no doubt. You don't go 6 months, I don't care who you are, without having a little bit of a stretch where you don't dominate. But I really believe his swing, his approach, everything, is consistent enough where I think he'll have a pretty similar halves. Where I think at the end of the year you're going to go, wow, this guy's now going to get paid some pretty good money. But I really believe the Yankees need to just figure it out because Aaron Judge is a Yankee. For him to go elsewhere would just be more of a pride, ego thing where hey, we told you. Okay, you get the booby prize. You were right. Congratulations. I can't stand it when people just want to be right in life. Hey, congrats, dude. You're right. You've ruined a friendship. You've ruined a marriage. You've ruined, you've ruined a relationship, a workplace. Hey, congrats, dude. You're right. You get the booby prize, man. Here you go. What do you want?
I agree with that. Yeah. And somebody
made this Larry Bird jersey.
How about this? Somebody made a great point. If you're a free agent getting ready for a huge payout and you're a star, there's a little twist to things that there hasn't been in a while. That guy that's running the Mets right now is Steinbrenner-esque. And so somebody brought up, if you're Judge, you sit there, see if the crosstown guy wants to make a move. What if he offers him $650 million? You saw, it sounds crazy, but you saw what the Rangers did for A-Rod back in the day. We're going to suck, but we're starting a cable company. I want to prove that we pay money. You might be able to. He might be able to price some teams out, not just on him, like any other kind of free agents. I'd be nervous about Steve Cohen being sitting there going like this.
I agree. He's like, how many billions am I worth? 15, 20. Oh, Aaron Judge for $400 million. Bam, here you go. No big deal. No, you're right, man. The Stevie Cohen is like that. Yeah, that's Steinbrenner-esque. We're gonna do whatever it takes to be a juggernaut. You gotta love it. You gotta love it.
But interesting thing is, we're going to talk about the next guy right now who you would have thought, if I told you 3 years ago Freddie Freeman would not have retired as an Atlanta Brave, you'd be like, get the hell out of here. This guy's the face of the franchise, whatever. But here we are. A year later, the guy wears blue. He's heading back to hot Atlanta. Yeah,
that's crazy, man. I don't love how all that went down, really, more than anything. Because I guess from experience, I just remember I just signed a 5-year deal. It was in my last year of my deal with the Reds. Spent 8 years there, heart and soul, poured out for the community, do everything you ask me in the PR department. I do every interview after the game. I'm the team leader. I do everything you want. And then for Freddie, this wasn't me in Cincinnati, but for Freddie, you go win a World Series for the team you came up with, for the guys that you love, for all that stuff. And then you find out you're not going back to Atlanta when they sign Matt Olson, trade for Matt Olson, then sign for him. Come on, dude. These guys are human beings. I didn't like that. I thought it was bullshit. I thought it was conniving, and I thought it was not, like, dude, just be honest, be upfront, like be at least show some integrity. That a dude that's done a lot for you guys, at least give him the benefit to say, bro, we're not going to meet your demands, we're not going to have you back. But to find out the way he did it and like it, so I root for Freddie Freeman a little harder even now, because I'm like, I hope he dominates. I hope he I hope he goes into Atlanta this weekend, gets the ovation he deserves, and he goes out and crushes it.
I completely agree, because that happens. Shoot, that's happened in my career to me before. At least show the respect to the person who helped represent your corporation or your company and put their literally blood, sweat, and tears and life's work into. Freddie Freeman cared about that organization as much or more than anybody's ever cared for that organization. So I'm with you on that. Go hit a few bombs. Dude. Hit some bombs this weekend.
Hit some bombs, Freddie. Good luck, dude. And Matt Olson's having a nice year. Nothing against Matt Olson.
It's not his fault, right? Yeah,
it's not that. It's like the organization, dude. Be better. Mm-hmm. Be better. Treat people better.
Treat people better is a great point. Like, and you had your loyalties and the.
Well, I was there. Then I got traded. I remember. I'll never forget it. I'm in the off season. Just had my daughter Carly. I'm in the off season. I get a call from Hal McCoy, who's a dear friend of mine, and he was a beat writer for the Dayton Daily News. He calls me at like 11 a.m. From the winter meetings and says, "Hey, Case, I'm here. You're getting traded." I'm like, "I am? Are you kidding me?" He's like, "Yeah, I heard you're getting traded to the Pittsburgh Pirates." And I was like, "Well, listen, it didn't. You could have said I'm getting traded to the Yankees. It didn't matter. Like I was." Cincinnati Red for life, the devastation in my, I didn't believe it at first, like my stomach dropped. I remember sitting there going, that can't be right. That can't be right. Well, 6 hours later, the phone rings. I'm in Jupiter, Florida. The phone rings at my house. It's Dan O'Brien. "Hey, Sean, it's Dan O'Brien." Like, to Dan O'Brien. But just kidding, Dan. You know what I'm saying? But, whatever. Anyway, he calls me, as the GM, and, he'd been trying to trade me for a couple of years. And then Carl Lindner was now not the owner. So they're in between the Castellinis and the Lindners. And, I don't think Carl Lindner would have traded me. But everything did work out the best. I am just kind of kidding around about, But you get the call from Dan O'Brien, and he says, "Hey, Sean, we've had to do make a tough decision. We've had to trade you. The toughest decision we ever made. We had to get some starting pitching, so we had to trade you." And I'm in my mind, and Jerry and Aaron's on the call too, who's the manager at the time. But in my mind, I'm thinking to myself, okay, I love the Reds. They do need pitching. Maybe they went out and got a starting pitcher or two for me that turns this franchise to the place it's going to be, because they have Dunner, they have Kearns, they have Griffey, they have good players. And I go, "Who'd you trade me for?" He's like, "Dave Williams." I go, now I was offended. I'm like, "Dave Williams?" I was like, there's a fight at the bat rack to face Dave Williams. Like, just tell me you dumped my contract. Don't tell me you tried to trade for starting pitching.
Yeah, that's bullshit.
And I remember it was like a 45-second to a minute phone call. He's like, "Good luck to you." I hung up. And it's just that like feeling like, dude, really, like 8 years in Cincinnati, all the heart and soul you put into that organization. You got a 45-second to a minute phone call from a guy that's basically lying to you, telling you this is the reason they traded you. It sucks. And now, listen, I really believe God works in mysterious ways, because what you think, sometimes is a negative really is the ultimate positive. I get traded to the Pirates, which was a lifelong dream of mine to play for Pittsburgh, so that was a dream come true. And then 4 months later, I get traded to the Tigers, and I'm in the World Series that year with them, who turns out to be, with Leland and Van Slyke, all these guys, it's turned out to be one of the best memories of my life. So I was just saying, for Freddie, I understand that feeling of putting everything you can into a place, and then they just no one cares. At the end of the day, Chinch, no one cares much about you as you do. That's why you got to take action for yourself. That's why you got to make sure you're doing the best you can, because you can't rely on other people to get your life going where you want it to go.
100% agree with it. 100%. This is one very extremely relatable topic we actually have, which I won't dive into. But I had a 35-second phone call once after 12 years of heart and soul. But you know what? Guess what? Like you said, wouldn't want to change anything.
Exactly.
I wouldn't be sitting here with you right now.
Exactly, brother. Exactly.
So that's all good stuff.
Grateful. It's like I said, sometimes, a lot of times when things happen that we necessarily don't think are what we want, Well, it doesn't matter. Life gives you what you want eventually, and you just got to keep going.
Yeah. You know? Keep going and stay positive. Like you said, keep it positive. Positive.
Yes.
That's one thing you've given me that I really appreciate. So I'm going to.
And I think the one thing we talk about really quick, the only thing that matters, is that the gap between stimulus and response. Things are going to happen. The only thing that really matters is how you respond. When you can respond like an asshole, that doesn't help anybody. Or you can respond with some gratitude and say, man, I had 8 great years in Cincinnati. I'm so thankful for those years. And I am, dude. There's not a day goes by in my life, not kidding, that I am not grateful that I played Major League Baseball and that I played most of my career in Cincinnati. And I'm so grateful for that. So there's no hard feelings there. But and it's how you respond at the end of the day.
I'm on the same page, man. What's our new T-shirts say? We got new T-shirts, right? What do they say?
Oh yeah, we got great. I got them right here.
Yeah. Show the kiddos one.
Here we go, baby.
Look at these colors. I'm loving the pop. Wait, zoom in. Yeah, you got to sit still. Grateful Warriors.
Grateful Warrior.
Move closer to the camera a little. There we go. Show the back. Show the back of that boy.
Grateful Warriors. We'll see if we can get a couple of these, some of the people out there.
Yeah, there we go. There's no little side,
Our man Mark Ruggiano out there.
Oh, is that Ruggiano that does it?
Yeah,
Jacked,
yeah,
dude.
We'll get him one. We got you one coming, Mark. No problem.
He messaged me the other day. He said I'm sneaky jacked, so I appreciated that from him. I swear
you are, Chinch. You got those biceps, but you always had those biceps.
Yeah, that's all I got. That's all I really got. You could pick me up and throw me 3 miles down the road if you wanted to. But I'll bite your ankles real hard if you get into a fight with me, anybody.
Hey, everyone has a plan until they get punched in the mouth. Mike Tyson.
Yeah, Mike Tyson, my height. All right.
Until Chinch racks you in the nuts. Oh, you want to fight? How about bam, I'll rack you right in the nuts.
Yeah, kick you right in the shin. You'll be down in 2 seconds. All right, hey, so this is my favorite thing. We did it last week with just one statistical category, but I found some crazy Sean Casey stats. This is my...
I love when you find these stats.
Dude, I'm in a deep dive. Right now. Hold on. There's one stat I had to find that absolutely tripped me out more than anything I've ever seen. Okay, here's the first stat I'm going to give you right now. Batting average with a 3-0 count. Now, when I say 3-0 count, it is 3-0, not when you get to 3-1, not when you get to 3-2. Do you know the answer to this?
I could probably tell you what it is.
Wait, let me give you a background.
How many times did I swing?
Here we go.
Twice?
Well, let's see here. So, 3-0 count. You were in a 3-0 count in 172 games in your career. You had 180 plate appearances only, which is a weird stat to begin with, where your count got to 3-0. So I guess it says something about your aggressiveness or actually your patience. You go ahead. What do you?
Was that 0 for 3?
No, Sean. This is the weirdest thing I've ever seen.
0 for 1.
1 for 1. You literally swung and got a hit on a 3-0 count one time. You walked. So the other 179 times you had a 3-0 count, and the next pitch happened, you walked. Did you only swing 3-0 one time?
No, dude. I never swung 3-0. Never. I never swung 3-0 because I always thought. I was gonna say I probably got 1 or maybe 0 hits. I don't even remember when I did it because I just always thought 3-0. You got to come back at me 3-1.
Right.
And looking back, if I could do it over again, I would have swung a lot more 3-0.
Like, pick your pitch and almost like a 2-0,
take a shot,
3-1
take
count?
a couple shots. I never took shots on 3-0. I just thought you got to do it again 3-1, and you're gonna bring me something. Same thing you throw me 3-0.
Well, that gives you a 1.
So I was like, if I chase 3-0, being too aggressive, then I don't know.
I saw that and I was like, wait a minute, this doesn't make any sense. Okay, you ready for this one?
Yeah.
Oh, there's so many. There were so many. Okay. Oh, I want to do the pitching ones. Okay. Do you know if you have a better average versus starting pitchers or relief pitchers?
Probably starters.
You do. You were 314 versus starters, 279 versus relievers, which is saying a lot when there's 9,000 relievers. Okay, this one is really exciting to me. It was very interesting. All right, this term is called power pitchers versus finesse pitchers, okay? A power pitcher is in the top third of the league in strikeouts plus walks. Finesse pitchers are in the bottom third of the league in strikeouts plus walks. Now, you had basically almost the exact amount of games, according to this baseball reference site, power versus finesse. 836 games you played against power pitchers, 828 finesse pitchers. Okay?
Right.
What did you have a better batting average against, power pitchers or finesse?
I was better off the power pitchers.
It's not true.
Dang it, son of a bitch!
Your batting average against power pitchers was 278. Your batting average against finesse pitchers was 323. And again, you had 836 games and 828 games, so this is a pretty good split. 24 homers versus the hard guys. 64 homers versus the soft guys. And then there's a whole middle range. You just dominated average pitching. 297. Yeah.
Well, it's like Hank Aaron said. Hank Aaron says, you make your money, you buy your house and your cars off the 3, 4, 5 starters. You freaking grind your ass off the 1 and 2 ones. Try and get 1 for 4 with a walk. Maybe 1 for 4, maybe 0 for 3 with a walk. But you make your money off 3, 4, 5.
I know. I love this stuff. Are you having fun with this, or am I just full of shit?
This is great, dude.
Okay. Yeah. You had 1,108 games.
Yeah.
In which you hit balls to the infield. Okay? Does that make sense? So ground balls, maybe one hoppers, whatever.
Are you trying to say how many infield hits I had?
Well, technically, I'm going to... It goes a little... Yeah, kind of. 2,202 plate appearances in which when you made contact, you hit a ball that was an infield ball. Let's just put it that way.
Yeah.
How many hits in those 2,002 plate appearances? Let's do this. Let's do 30 to 60, 60 to 100, 100 to 150.
60 to 100.
You got it. 83 hits. So 83 of your ground balls were actually hits in 2002 plate appearances. So that means you probably like 6 hoppers straight through the short and second base or up the middle or something. Yeah.
Really? That can't be right, Chinch.
Your batting average on balls hit in the infield was 0.42. Here, look. Here, but listen. But it makes sense if you do this right. Your ball's in play. Just any ball in play. Any ball you hit in play.
Yeah.
To become a hit, you hit 321. When you put the ball in play, you hit 321. So think about that.
Right.
If we're doing the math, we need a Matt Baker here. Like, what else we got? Fair territory, foul territory. Like, here, I'll read through this whole thing. Hit location. This is just your hit locations. You had 83 hits on balls that you hit ground. I'm telling you. Think about it. If you really think about it. Maybe some of your balls were considered line drives.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't know.
Yeah.
Whatever. This isn't a science, bro. We're just having fun. How about this? Pulled balls against lefties. What do you think your batting average was?
I don't think I pulled a lot of balls against lefties, but let me see.
This is a good one.
I'm probably like 220.
447. If you pulled a lefty, you hit 447.
Oh my God, are you serious?
Yes. All right. Dude, you hit lefties. You hit lefties really good. Opposite field against lefties. What do you think your average was?
Well, obviously, probably 220.
No, 342.
Let's go.
You didn't do well up the middle against lefties, but that makes sense. They're either going to come in or go away.
Well, no, against the lefty, you're trying to cover the slider. That's what I try to do. Stay in as long as I can to cover the lefty slider so that I can still cover the pitch in. Because if you just cover the pitch in, you lose half the plate.
Right. There you go. Well, here's another hit trajectory. Okay. All right. So this is a little different. The actual trajectory, meaning if you beat a ball into the ground, you hit 202. That makes a little more sense to what you're talking about. Even though you had 227. Fly balls, you were not a fly ball hitter. Did you know that?
No, I know I wasn't.
191 when you hit a fly ball.
Yeah.
Line drive in your career, if you hit a line drive, 3 out of every 4 times you got a base hit.
Oh my God.
Batting average on line drives is 750.
Dude, that's awesome.
871 for 1,162.
Wow, that's ridiculous.
With 18 homers, 8 triples on line drives.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
Bunts. Let's talk about your bunting.
I was 0 for 4. I know exactly what it was.
Oh.
I popped up 2 to the catcher, and then I hit 2 rockets to the pitcher, ground ball bunts.
One double play.
I told Jack McKeon, do not let me bunt anymore. I will get the ball on the ground. I will freaking get the guy over somehow. Do not have me bunt.
That is great. Okay, we're going back into the teams. You have played in pretty much every ballpark, right? Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but not the newer ones.
Not the newer ones. Okay.
Never
Which
played in
one?
Citi Field. Never played in New Yankee Stadium.
Okay, so you actually did play in 1, 2. Can you? Okay, from when you were playing, do you remember the ballparks that you never hit a homer in? Because you hit one in almost every ballpark. There were 6.
Yeah. Well, I have the highest career. I just know this from MLB Network. I have the highest career batting average in AT&T Park in San Francisco, but I don't have a homer.
Okay.
I hit I'm the highest at 470 or something, 490.
Yep.
And almost 90-some bats. So AT&T Park, I don't have one.
There's one place you never hit a home run that you actually mentioned on one of the shows a few weeks ago when we had somebody on. Don't cheat.
Hang on. No, but I just want to look at the parks. Can I look at the parks?
Yeah.
All right, I just want to look at the parks.
Okay. This isn't rocket science what we're doing here. You can cheat on it.
Hey, listen, take it easy. All right, let me tell you. I never hit a. Okay, let me see. Never hit a homer in Minnesota.
Homers in Minnesota. Metrodome.
Never homer. No, right?
Right.
Okay. I never homered in Boston.
Correct. That's a weird one.
Yeah,
because you played there, but you said you didn't homer when you played there.
Well, one of the things I was saying was I hit 322 that last year. I hit a lot of balls off the monster, but like I said, I came in with a 301 career batting average, and I'm like, I'm not going to try and go deep here and freaking and hit 240 and be a career 299 hitter. So I end up hitting 322. Yeah. No homers. I also never homered in. Let me see. I homered in. Did I never homer in Oakland?
Oakland. What are they?
No, I think I did. I think I homered in Oakland.
I think you did homer. Yes, you have a homer in Oakland.
And what about Anaheim?
Anaheim, correct. You did not homer in Anaheim.
Boom, I'm nailing this. My bad.
You are.
Also, I'd never homered in Baltimore.
That's what the one I wanted to ask you about because everybody loved hitting in that park.
You know what I'm pissed off about?
Yeah, well, no, great. Go.
I came in with Detroit for a pinch hit, or when I was sitting there, bases loaded. I have 130 homers. I never hit a grand slam. I hit a rocket out in AT&T Park in San Francisco off Levon Hernandez. I remember off the brick, dude. If that high, it was a bullet. But I hit the brick, ricocheted back in. It was a joke. And then I hit a ball. They brought a lefty in, George Sherrill, to face me in Baltimore. Hit a freaking bullet off him to right. Same thing, top of the fence in right. You know, it's a little up.
Yeah.
Boom, bounce back in.
Did anybody ever take one away from you?
I'm sure.
Wouldn't you remember? Okay.
Is that everywhere? Hang on.
What else?
I never homered at Yankee Stadium.
You never homered in Yankee Stadium, no, nor the Sky Dome. I don't know what we call that now. You're listed as you didn't homer in Tokyo Dome, but you got a hit in Tokyo Dome, didn't you?
No, I didn't get a hit.
Dude, Turner Field. No
homers? Turner Field?
No.
But it was only there for
only 25. 110 total plate appearances.
Oh, yeah. Well, think about who you were facing in Turner Field.
That's a good point.
You try and homer in Turner Field. Millwood, they guys were loaded.
Yeah. Other than the 2 Cincy ballparks you played in, do you remember where the most homers you hit were?
I homered, let me see.
31 times in Synergy, 32 in the Great American, or 22 in a ballpark, small park.
Yeah, let me see. I homered Chicago Cubs. No, Cardinals.
Cardinals is a good one. All right, so you had one team where you hit 8 homers in their ballpark. Cardinals. What'd you say?
Colorado.
Boom. 8 in Colorado, 6 in St. Louis, and then you have 2 other places where you hit 6.
The Cubs? Wrigley?
Nope.
What?
Where are the Cubs? Wrigley, you have 3.
Milwaukee.
That is not one where you hit 6. Milwaukee, you have 4.
Shea.
No.
Mets, no.
No.
What the hell?
You're almost there. No. Well, dude, think about what you actually played. That'll give you one.
Comerica, Detroit. No.
Well, Detroit, you had 4.
Pittsburgh.
Yep. 6.
There we go.
And then there's one more. Did you say Houston? Houston, you hit 6 in Houston.
That's right. I used to dominate Houston. What?
Yeah. Until what's his name almost beat the shit out of you around on the bases. The Jeff Bagwell
Until
story.
Bagwell almost killed me. Yeah, exactly.
So, all right. So there's more. You want to do one more? Do one more stat thing?
Yeah. All right, give me one more.
Oh, this is fun. Day or night? What'd you like hitting better in?
Well, I was a better during the day.
You were. It's because you're a good guy. You went to bed on time. You always carried.
No, that's not true.
315 during the day and 296 at night.
Huh.
More homers at night. More plate appearances and everything. Okay.
Yeah. So many.
How about this one? Open field or a domed field?
Oh, jeez.
This is a good one.
I would say definitely an open field. I played there so much more. But I raked in Montreal, though. Raked.
Strictly batting average? Because, you had so much more numbers, obviously, outdoors than indoors. Strictly batting average, though, 320 in domes, 300 on the dot outside. That's crazy. All right, you ready for this?
That's crazy.
Grass or artificial turf? Now, you become a much faster player on artificial turf, don't you? Sean
That didn't really help me, though, bro. I'd say I was probably better hitter on turf.
This is a really good one. 303 on grass.
Yeah.
299 on turf. Dude, most of your numbers, you are arguably, I don't know, we got to take a deep dive.
I'm consistent.
You are arguably one of the statistically most consistent base hitters in the history of the game. From my experience, when I start looking at this stuff, it's almost always somewhere between 290 and 317. Yeah. And like your power numbers, your doubles numbers are almost all... Your doubles numbers are as consistent as anybody that's ever hit a double in Major League Baseball history. Like, even if you look at, like, here, I'm just going to go by freaking location real quick, and then we can get you out of here.
I always say, too, listen, at the end of the day, you see some of these guys hitting, hey, they got 20-some homers with 770 OPS, 760. I'm like, dude, I was saying, like, I was a big doubles guy, and doubles are power. You put the ball in the gap. So, like, you hit 46 doubles. So, a lot of guys, hey, a guy hit 30 homers. Yeah, he hit 20 doubles. Yeah, right. He hit 35 homers. He hit 25 doubles. Like, so I'm saying, like, dude, I think my career OPS was 812 or 814. Yeah. Like, you're over 800, like, as far as, like, you're a power guy. Yes. But I always get like, oh, he's not really a power guy. No, dude. OPS is the number you're looking for. On base plus slugging. Uh-huh. In a couple years, I had a 940 or something like that, with a couple big years. But I always thought that was interesting. Like, no, doubles means you're a good hitter and you're a power guy.
Yes, I love that. Here, I have one last one. This one was fun. I was excited about. In games that you won versus games that you lost, which were you a better hitter?
I like to think the ones I won.
Yes. You were, like, basically, everybody's got different ideas of what WAR is, wins over replacement, whatever. In wins, you hit 340 with a 919 OPS and a 508 slugging. In losses, you hit 266 with a 714 OPS. And what did I say? What was the other one? Slugging, 390. That, to me, is what else is wins? If Sean Casey plays well, the team's going to win. Why don't they give, where's that stat? I want that stat.
What the hell? Yeah, Chinch, get that stat going. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, let's make one up. Oh, it could be our stat. We could put it back on those T-shirts. All right, that's all I got for this today.
Awesome,
I got to go get cakes. I got to go get ready for
Big Al's birthday party. Tell Dr. Chinch happy birthday. 79 big ones. It's awesome. Have a great time, man.
All right.
Have a great time.
You got a big weekend plan? You good?
Yeah, all's good, man. What am I doing today? I got action. I'm going to Alaska next week, bro. Let's get it. Alaska, yeah, dude. I can't wait. I'm so excited. So, I gotta go. What am I doing this weekend? Pack. I'm packing.
Yeah. You get some winter clothes ready for that one.
Exactly.
Hey, real quick, great Luis Gonzalez show that's up right now.
Yes.
And don't worry, I know he's going to be in Alaska, but who do we got? We got a great guest next week.
We got Tom Hume coming next week. Big Hummer, the best.
Yes.
The best.
So we'll be good,
Fireman of
man.
the Year, 1980. One of the greatest guys ever. One of my dear friends, too. So
Yeah, seems
All right,
to be
bro,
the most.
Love you, Chinch.
Yeah, bro. Love you too.
Download us, subscribe, keep doing it. And all right, bro, I'll talk to you.
All right, bro. Talk to you later.
See you, bro. Love you.
That was good.
Thanks, Chinchy. Great. That was awesome.
Yeah, 30 minutes. We've been at about 30 minutes.
Perfect.
All right, bro. All right, have a
All right,
good
love
weekend,
you, Chinch.
man.
Hey,
Say hi to your mom.
happy
How's
birthday
mom?
to your
How's
dad.
your mom? How's your mom?
She's doing good, man. She's doing good. I'm going over to see her. She's doing good.
And you get results like Monday-ish?
Yeah, Monday we'll really know, yeah.
All right. Good luck, man.
Happy birthday to your dad, bro.
Thanks, man. Thanks.
All right, see you, bro. Okay, bye.
See you.
See you, bye.